Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians. Making all this damn noise. All right, Shalom to elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. The name of the Heavenly Father, who everybody ignorantly calls God. His true name in the ancient Hebrew, which is Rawchaa Qadash, his true name is Yahawah. Bahasham means in the name of. Yahawashi, it's the Holy One of Israel, so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah, who everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, who was slain at the foundations of the earth for the salvation of the elect on this side. And the 2/3 of Israelites here in America, Babylon the Great, and the other wicked Israelites that across the four corners of the earth will come through the loins of the elect after the destruction. And the Rawchaa Qadash is the Holy Spirit that has been bestowed upon the men that the Heavenly Father gave his only begotten Son out of the earth to complete his work. So we always want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Let us all to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we part of that number, Lord, when this be edifying to those who fear the name of the Lord and are striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah 3:5, it is not slack. 2 Peter 3:9, and it's unto a ring. 2 Esdras chapter 5, verse 42. Shalom to all you believers out there. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, Barakathum. We're going to get into a lesson, going into some articles. And the title is, the U.S. said, if China won't act, we will. That's what America, Babylon the Great saying. We're going to go into that. And then NATO aircraft activated after waves of Russian strikes. And then various end-time topics. Shouldn't be too long. Only got a few articles, about 5 of them. We're going to go into them, most of them dealing with World War III. So Lord willing is edifying to the flock. I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I was listening to one of the big brothers today, GMS and his likeness, and he was kind of going into that, you know, that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's finna come down with great wrath on Israel. you know, because he knows that his time is short. And, you know, he kind of goes into, you know, that we behind enemy lines. You know, we're in a situation where, you know, we are in captivity by the enemy. But we got faith that Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi will come redeem us from these devils, man. But we're going to show you that they moving because the Lord's got them moving. So this is, like I said, if U.S. It says U.S. and China won't act, we will. This dude Blinken, Anthony Blinken, you know, U.S. Secretary of State. But we'll listen to some of what he says. If the video will play. If not, I'll just read down here at the bottom. All right. Yeah,
why are you throwing that in the trash?
Excuse me?
Keeping food waste out of the landfill is better for Mother Earth.
I didn't think you could grind this stuff.
Vegetable peels, melon rinds, I'm all over it.
You like fruit pits?
Bring them on.
Nothing grinds more types of food waste than the next generation of InSinkErator garbage disposals.
So keeping food waste out of the landfill is better for the planet.
You better keep grinding or I'm going to be all up in your plate.
InSinkErator. Kitchen better.
What China is doing, or what some of its enterprises are doing, is to provide critical components for Russia's defense industrial base. Things like machine tools, microelectronics, and optics. Those are being used to help Russia on what's an extraordinary crash course effort to make more munitions, tanks, armored vehicles, missiles. And the actions that Russia's taken are going at a pace unlike any we've seen in its modern history, including the Soviet Union during the Cold War. And this could not be happening without the support that China's providing. 70% of the machine tools that Russia is getting from abroad coming from China, 90% of the microelectronics. So we've been very clear that this is doing two things. It's helping Russia perpetuate its aggression against Ukraine, but it's also creating a growing threat to Europe because of Russia's aggression. And what I'm hearing from Europeans is deep concern about this. So for China, if it wants to have better relations, not only with us, but with countries in Europe, it can't do that while at the same time helping to fuel the biggest threat to European security since the war. We've taken action already against Chinese entities that are engaged in this. And what I made clear today is that if China won't act, we will.
You say you will act. I just want to be clear on what you're prepared to do. Are you going to prepare another package of sanctions against China, or what will those actions involve?
Well, I'm not going to get into the details except to say, look at what we've done already. We've imposed sanctions, export controls, one kind or another, on more than 100 Chinese entities because of their involvement in helping Russia with its defense industrial base, and we're fully prepared to take further action.
Wouldn't that be the nuclear option? Because obviously for today from Wang Yi, there did seem to be a warning to the United States that this could go either way, that this relationship is at a crossroads. If you impose more sanctions, surely the relationship could deteriorate.
Well, look, China has to make decisions. We have to make decisions. We will never shy away from defending very clearly, both in what we say and what we do, our interests, as well as our values. And that's also something that I've made clear in many conversations.
So what is he saying? What is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, saying? What is America, Babylon the Great's traditions? What they do in World War II? They were shooting missiles, man. You know? And now it's different now. These other nations got just as many missiles. And you see Russia and China and the BRICS nations are what? Joel 3:10, beating their swords, beating their plowshares and the swords. They're taking all their agricultural money and turning it into weapons, tanks, munitions. So not let alone, Russia is involved over there in Ukraine. China's involved as well, and these other nations. And what did it say about Russia? It said that in Ezekiel chapter 38, he said in verse 4, he said he will put hooks into thy jaws, which means turn them back into this machine, man, this war machine. That's what he's got them doing. He's turned them into a vicious enemy to America, Babylon the Great. And America's going to try to be like we done a bunch of sanctions. And no, he's saying that if we got to shoot missiles, we're going to shoot missiles. That's what they talking about right now. Okay. Missiles are talking about being flown. Okay. I don't trust none of these nations. Only one we trust is Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. We don't trust none of these bastards. The only people that we trust is the ones who are acting like Israel, which is serving Yahawah, Yahawashi. If you ain't doing that, we don't trust you. It's simple as that. It's gonna come down to the end of the day. You're gonna be acting like them. So we don't trust none of y'all. Whoever it is who's not Israel. That's what we're here to do. We're the Lord's spiritual military. We're here to identify who's Israel. And after that happens, when we get done doing this work, the war is going to start, like the real war. There's going to be slain bodies all over the four corners of the earth, especially here in America, Babylon the Great. So we're going to get over here, right here, when it talks about, he's saying they'll act, How do we know that they're going to go over there and act? How do we know that America, Babylon the Great's going to get involved, and not let alone they already involved, but how do we know they're going to fully get involved in World War III? This is Habakkuk. Come on. Type wrong. Computer's going a little slow. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. We don't trust Chinese and so-called Moab. We don't trust America, Babylon the Great, Esau, even the so-called white man. We're against everybody. We're not with nobody. We're just telling you what the Lord's gonna do. We're not doing nothing about it though. We're telling you what the scriptures say. We're not gonna get involved in this war. This is not our war. But when Yahawashi step on the scene and he turns those 144,000 elect mighty men into the most terrifying thing you ever seen, then it's going to be our war. We're going to wait on the Lord till he gets here. Wait till he pull up. You're going to find out this is the last war that's ever going to be fought. There's not going to be no more war after this. Shalom, big bro. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak, Shapal 12. Bah. The water for tuning in, big bro. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. And it reads, yea, also he transgresses by wine, right? His doctrine's going off, his philosophies is going off. Everything that he does is against Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. He is a proud man. So we know he's a proud man. What that mean? He's not going to back down. He just like old Egypt. That's why they call this in Revelation 11, verse 8, spiritually Sodom and Egypt. These are the new Egyptians. Esau, even the so-called white men. They the new Egyptians now. They're the ones who got Israel in captivity and won't let us go. It said in the book of Barak, we in our captivity to this day. Most jakes, we don't even get nothing but a day off. So this is like it was saying, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. You see what I'm saying? Which means what? Not talking about you burning hell forever. It's talking about like he can't get enough, because hell is the conditions of living under your enemies or the grave. That's why they call this place a so-called white man's heaven, so-called black man's hell. Because why? Because so-called white man got all the riches here. Me and my elder was talking about at camp yesterday, and he was saying like let's say you got a whole bunch of resources. You got water, you got food, you got cattle, you got all these different resources, and somebody come up to you at the end of days and be like, yeah, man, I got 20 gold bars, man. I need me some sheep or something, or some cattle. You're gonna be like, they're gonna be like, what I need the gold for? What do I need it for? That's why I said they'll cast their gold and silver into the streets. What I need resources. I need to be able to drink water. I need to be able to eat. That's real money. Having resources, this fiat currency and whatnot. It's just a measurement tool of money, you know. But at that time, they know the gold is not going to save them from Yahawah, Yahawashi. So that's not what they're going to be looking for. They're going to be wanting to go in their bunkers. They're going to be wanting to have all their water. They want to have their cattle, food, produce. That's what they're going to want. And while they doing that, what do you think the Lord's doing? He's gathering his produce, the elect. And that's where we want to be at. Because wherever the brothers is going to be at during that time, guess what? They're going to be eating and they're going to be drinking. And it's going to be safe. And it's going to be chaos everywhere else. Not meaning that we just going to get it easy. But for the majority of the time, hey, we already being tried. We already being tried and put through trials and tribulations. So when that time Jacob's trouble come, it's going to flip. And everybody out here who's living all, lavishly, you're going to really go through the bulk of Jacob's trouble. You're going to go through the hardest shit of that shit, especially y'all who take the charagma, the mark of the beast you put in your right hand or your forehead, the RFDI chip. You got all these other camps telling you other stuff. We don't want to hear from them because we don't want to listen to what they got to say because, we know they're going off. They're not warning you. They're not sparing the flock. But it says, large is desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied, right? But gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. You know how I said, never keep it at home. He always in somebody else's backyard. He's always messing with somebody else's shit. He's always fucking with everybody else's business. And what the Bible talk about? Don't be a busybody. Even so-called white man be in everybody's backyard, building all his shit, building all his military bases, 1,000 military bases all over the planet. That say America, Babylon the Great on him. That's what he do. He transgresses the laws of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That's a little point of him being here. This is Shapah, the 12 Ba, James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth eaten. See, that's how it is, man. They got all this money, but it's corrupted. Verse 3, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you. So what you think they're gonna be doing? They'll be casting that gold and silver in the street. They'll be like, oh, hey, man, they're gonna realize that shit is just a witness against you, Esau. That's a witness against you. And Jake, 2/3 of y'all out there who's feasting with his ass right now. Loving this system, like to stay here because you got a small crumb out of his whole pie, man. Because down here, Jake down here at the bottom, we ain't getting no crumbs, nothing. We down here scraping air off the ground, okay? Compared to what Esau Edom got, But that's what we want to be, because that's where the Lord said he's at. He's with the meek, right? So, it's a witness against you and shall eat your flesh as it with fire. Ye have heaped your treasures together for the last days. And that's what all these rich people doing. And what are their treasure? Material things. So they gathering up, just like what's his name? Rick Rawchaa. I got a water maker. Okay, brother. We're gonna see if your water maker gonna save your ass. Verse 4. Behold, the hire of laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back my fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabbath. You see? The Lord knows what's going on, man. But we'll do this one too. Job chapter 20, verse 15. He has swallowed down riches. He shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. And that's what's happening, man. And we out here crying out to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, like, come get us out of here, man. We don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? And he heard us, He heard us, man. And I'm telling you, he's going to answer, man. He's going to answer. And he's showing us that he's answering by how he's moving these devils in the earth. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. And it reads, it's going to pop up. And it reads, the second woe was past. Okay, woe means destruction. That's talking about World War II. And then behold, the third woe coming quickly. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing that America Babylon the Great is saying we will act. We will start shooting missiles. Okay, and you got already Iran, which is Persia, shooting missiles. You got Russia shooting missiles. China's helping them. So everybody that's like a big corporate, a big country, or like the leading countries, all of them are shooting missiles right now. Okay, America Babylon the Great, you know, they haven't really shot nothing just yet, but really they are, because why? Because they're sending money to Israel, and Israel's shooting shit. That's why America Babylon the Great is involved. It's just like I go down the street and I see a dude and he beefing with the dude across the street. I go give him an AK and then he shoot that guy. I'm still an accomplice. I'm still part of that chaos. That's what's going on right now with America and them. You know, America and Israel. They giving them the weapons. You know, we went in a lesson about that last week. This is another one. This is a good one. Shapar the 12 Ba again. Ecclesiasticus, the book of Barak, chapter 5, verse 8. Set not thine heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity. So what are we setting our hearts on? Which is our mind. Your mind is your heart. You know, that word is lab, you know, and it's talking about your mind. That's where you get that word laboratory from. It's talking about your mind. Your heart just pump blood, you know. So we're setting our riches on, you know, we're setting our riches on things that pertain to the kingdom, to get into the kingdom, to understanding true wisdom. Shalom, big bro. Yahawah, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak. The water for tuning in, big bro. And just like, you know, like I was saying earlier, GMS and his likeness is going into a lesson going into that, man, talking about, you know, we in our captivity right now, man. And, you know, we have to understand that we in a position where if you think America, Babylon the Great, talking about they're gonna act on China, they're gonna act on these other nations and do that, what you think they're gonna do to us? We the ones who declaring to them that they finna do something. You know, that's why America, Babylon the Great's getting nervous. Now I hear talking about something. We will do something. We have done something. We will take action. Well, we've been waiting for you, E, because as soon as you take action and you come down great wrath, Yahawashi gonna pull up on your ass. You're gonna be terrified. We're gonna be praying that we make it out of here. You know, we're gonna be praying, right? Yeah, this is a good one too. This is GMS and this Shapar the 12. Yep, Shapar the 12. Isaiah 9:5. Every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, right? And that's how it's been. It's always been a bunch of clinging noises. You know, you see them battles in the old days where it was like a bunch of soldiers and people just dying, but it ain't gonna be like that this time, right? But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Missiles, man. Missiles. This shit finna get heavy, man. It's finna get hot. And just like you know, I quoted it. Oh no, this is a different one. I thought it was saying Revelation. Yeah, we're going over there. We're going to this too. Zechariah, the Shapar the 12 Ba. Zechariah 14:12, and this shall be the plague therewith, wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that have fallen against Jerusalem. And how you say Jerusalem is Jerusalem in ancient Hebrew, in the Lashon Qadash, Jerusalem. You know, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. And he finna post the next part. He finna post it. We'll read it in a second when I repost it. But I'm gonna leave it up there for now. But yep. There. Oh wait, no. Ain't popped up yet. You finna pull it up. It was too big, but we'll let him pull it up and then we'll read it. But this right here says, and you got you know, these Edomites, these soft ass Edomites talking about something. We need to negotiate. Nah, ain't gonna be no negotiation. These missiles finna start flying. This is Jamie Demian says America, you know, needs to take a deep breath before facing off with China, because the U.S. is actually in a very good position to negotiate, but they not, man. They not, man. They not. They gonna say that, you know. I don't even want to read into it, you know. If you want to go read into it, you can, but because we already know where this is going. We know what the prophecies say, man. And you know, since bro pulled that up, we'll go ahead and do that. And because he pulled up 12. We're going to pull up 13 so we can finish out that precept. Zechariah 14:13, and it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, right? Like insurrection, chaos, right? And they shall lay hold everyone in the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. And that's what's coming, man. Civil war. That's why they just dropped that movie, man. And we know the Lord works with movies. That word theo, you know how you get theater? That word theo means God. So who you think making the movies? Who you think putting the spirit on these Edomites and these Moabites, which is the Chinese, so-called Chinese? What do you think? Why do you think they talking so much about war and death and movies, shows like Fallout and End of the World? Because this is the time we in, man. The Lord's doing that to show Jake, like, this where we at right now. Okay, we at the last leg of the Roman Empire, man. And this is the revived Roman Empire. You know, you got columns on all the all the capitals, America, Babylon the Great. All Monday through Sunday is named after Roman gods. You go to school, learn Roman numerals. You know, this is the revived Roman Empire, man. Spiritually, Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, Sodom and Egypt. So we're gonna get right here, and we're gonna go into this before we pull up this next scripture. It says, NATO aircraft activated after waves of Russian strikes. And how do we know Russia's getting how do we know that they striking? Because they getting aid from China. They getting aid from China, and China got a whole lot of shit, man. You know, they got a whole lot of shit, man. Because a lot of they shit they got with America, Babylon the Great, because they always desired to be like this place. We're gonna pull it up in a second. It says aircraft from Poland's Air Force and other NATO allies have been scrambled following Russian attacks on Ukraine. Poland's RSZ operation. So with NATO starting to get involved. See what I'm saying? Because what did America, Babylon Great say they was going to do? They said they was going to start acting. They was going to act. You see? Damn, that's a big ass spider on there. But they was going to act, you know? And this is part of it, you know, because this is what we're seeing right now. We're seeing prophecy play out. Right, Operational Command said on Friday night that aircraft were operational. Slovakia, warning people this could cause increased noise levels in the southeastern part of the country. The announcement came as Russia conducted a mass missile strike on energy facilities across the Ukrainian regions. I don't know how you say that. Dnipropetrovsk or something. Man, they always saying some weird ass names and shit. Ivano, Frankivsk, and Lviv. Ukraine's Air Force said it had destroyed 21 out of the 24 missiles. And they always say that. They say they got most of them, but most of the time, nah, man. Activity of the Russian Federation is being observed in connection with missile strikes carried out against objects located in the territory of Ukraine. A statement by Polish military on X, formerly Twitter, said all necessary procedures to ensure the safety of airspace have been initiated. So what are they doing? They scrambling their jets. You got America, Babylon the Great in the Philippines over there with 16,000 soldiers over there right now doing mass drills, how to take down islands, how to pull up and take down ships. Everybody's scrambling their jets right now. Everybody's getting all their military stuff, making sure gases and everything, all the bullets, ain't no weapons gonna jam and shit. That's what they're doing right now. They make sure everything's working for this shit start popping off. And while that's going on, China's barking back. This is what China's saying. This is what Moab's saying. Says China warns military always ready, right? After U.S. Admiral sounds an invasion alarm. So Moab, like, we ready. And we got enough bread to throw Russia. We ready over here. That's what they're saying. We're ready whenever you want to start popping shit off. And we know that they going after Taiwan. And after they go after Taiwan, shit gonna heat up. It says Beijing said it was always ready after a U.S. military official warned that China is building up the capacity to invade Taiwan by 2027. See? They trying to get that shit quick. And we know that they said that they trying to make the MOTB mandatory by 2030. Right? So that's right around what now? You see what I'm saying? And it could be sooner. But they're trying to have it ready by then. Because they know the Lord's going to pull up, man. They know. So they're getting ready to move. Right? So Taiwan is China's territory. The Taiwan issue brooks no foreign interference. Chinese Ministry of National Defense spokesperson Wu Quan said on Thursday, they basically saying we finna go take that. Y'all better not get involved, but they are going to get involved because 90% of the world's most technological chips come from Taiwan, and they go to America, Babylon the Great. So they're going to get involved. Like the first descendants of Esau, you know, the Rothschilds, the ones who say they Israel over there right now. They're not Israel. Israel doesn't have a military right now. We're in captivity till this day. We don't have a military. That's what it says in Barak 3:8. We are in our captivity. We are behind enemy lines. We do not have a sovereign nation right now. Okay, we're scattered across the four corners of the earth, and we're out here reading scriptures telling you how Bahasham Yahawashi come back, take us out of here, and give us our land back. That's what real Israel is doing right now. This is Isaiah. Chapter 47, verse 8. And we know America, Babylon the Great is going to get down. We know they're going to do something about it. Because they're proud. How do we know they're proud? Because it says right here, we're going to go, because I like to pull it up in the Old Testament and the New Testament to show you that these demons, they've been, the prophets have been prophesying how these demons going to be. It's Isaiah chapter 47, verse 8. Therefore now hear this. Thou that art given to pleasures that dwellest carelessly. That's how America, Babylon the Great, they're careless. You think they're going to be all precautionary about this? No, they're going to be careless. That's why they got Israel bombing everything right now, helping their ass. That thou sayest in thine heart, which is their mind, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. And that's how America, Babylon the Great is. Oh, well, we ain't gonna never have to go through shit. Well, according to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, they will. It's Revelation chapter 18, verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, right? Death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. Shapah the 12. What do you do? What Shapah put up there? He put what? What did he put up there earlier? He said this would be burning with fuel and fire, man. That's what he put up here. The Isaiah 9:5. See? It's all over the scriptures to show that this next war is going to be with straight fire. So Jake out here goddamn technical shotgun or whatever he got with a scope or whatever, sniper rifle. Jake think he finna make it out of this shit. It's going to be a big ass bomb dropping everywhere in America, Babylon the Great. 200 million of them to be exact. Right? For strong is the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi who judges her. That's what strong means. It means 200 million intercontinental ballistic missiles from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. That's what you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out movies like Fallout and shit is like real shit. Like it ain't just some make-believe story. That's about to happen here. This is the lake of fire. Verse 9, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, right? These are the nations. Shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. America, Babylon the Great, on fire in this motherfucker, standing afar off of the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, right? Talking about here, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. It's talking about here. And they're going to be sad because they ain't getting no more bread here. They ain't making the bag no more. Verse 11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth her merchandise anymore. See? They're going to be all sad and crying and shit. We not. We going to, hopefully, we be in the chariots looking over to see a glass, seeing everything on fire. But we don't have to go that far into it. This goes into all the stuff that Esau, Edom likes, and these other nations. They're going to see the Lord, fry the shit out of it. Now we're going to go here. And I want to point out something. And the reason why China is acting like this is because, they've desired to be like America, Babylon, the Great. That's what I was talking about earlier. Second Edges 15:47. Oh, damn. 15:47. Yep. And it reads, woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom. See, that they might please. And let me go back one. So it's talking about Moab, so-called Chinese. This is what it's talking about. See, Second Edge chapter 15, verse 46, and thou Asia, that partaker of the hope of Babylon. That's why they got all that technology over there. They got all that high-tech computer stuff. They doing the 15-minute cities already. They doing all that. Okay, that's how America, Babylon the Great wants their shit closed off. Martial law. They already got their shit set up like that over there. And art the glory of her person, right? And that's why they like, oh, we can negotiate with China. They cool with us. You know what I mean? But when you look in Obadiah 1:7, it says that these other nations is going to deceive America, Babylon the Great. They're going to be like, yeah, we cool. They're going to act like they allies, and they're going to betray their ass. And it said that even so-called white men not going to see it coming. And how do we know that's going to happen? Because Bahasham said it was going to happen. We don't know how it's going to happen, but we know it's going to happen. What else you need to know? Woe unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, right? And hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might desire, and that they might please to glory in thy lovers, which always desired to commit whoredom with thee. They've always wanted to be great like this place. That's why they're using all that damn technology. Because why? They all want to see who can first, implement the C-hip and get all their people chipped and shit. Okay, all them men on it, man. Just like I was, just like earlier, in Psalms, it was, 83. It's like in verse 5, it talk about how they all was under one consent, man. They are confederate against the nation of Israel, man. So now we're gonna go into this. Some brothers been posting it too, and some elders. $10 trillion bank shut down by U.S. regulators and first bank failure in 2024. We know we had a couple of them then. Back then, I think it's billion, maybe, 10 billion. But I can't remember exactly what bank it was. I think it's like Bank First or something. Let me see. Oh, it's the Republic Bank. But this is the first bank failure they shut down. So that's showing you the infrastructure is falling, man. And so Esau Edom gonna have to make a move because he's not being able to sustain his nation. So what does it happen when Esau Edom can't sustain his nation? He go take somebody else's shit. So them talking about we can negotiate, that ain't finna go down. That ain't finna be no negotiation, man. It's finna be war, man. I just had a dream the other day too, because me and my elder, we be, when we have dreams, we wake up and be like, damn, I had a crazy ass dream. Well, like I had one where it was like a stage or something, and I was like on the outskirts of it, and something had happened. Like I was with, it's like I don't think I knew her, but like she was around, and it was this girl. She wanted to go to it was like something simple. Like it was like she wanted to go to this show or something, and she had this backstage pass, and there was this bus over there on the stage, and they were like, yeah, but we ain't got enough room, so y'all gonna have to sit in the trunk or something. And I'm just watching, and she was like, well, y'all can just take it and y'all can go. and she started crying or whatever, went over there and sat down, and I'm just watching everything and like seeing people getting screwed over and stuff, and being played that actually paid their money to go do what they was trying to do or whatever. And I think they was actually trying to like escape something. But like for some reason, like, I started trying to talk, and this was like another one of those dreams. I really couldn't talk for some reason. Like I was whispering it and I was trying to like speak it out loud though. But I don't know why I said it, but I was like, yeah, man, if this kind of stuff happened to me, it's war. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, like, these people with these flags started running up the stage, and then all these tanks started coming out and shooting at everything, blowing everything up. It was crazy, man. It looked real too, man. Like dreams, man, the Lord, everything comes from the mind, man. The Lord can put some thoughts, some things in your mind. Like everything just like it was getting destroyed, but I was like on the outside watching it, you know? And then, after everything was like laid desolate, it was like two soldiers looking at me for some reason. They wasn't even saying that. They were just looking at me like, the fuck, like, I don't know. And then I woke up. Yeah, I woke up after that. I think like a little something else happened, but it really wasn't that important. Oh yeah, like I went over trying to get away from the place or whatever, and there was like this like weird black net on the ground with a bunch of spider webs everywhere. I was like, yeah, I'm not walking in that. I just made myself wake up. But anyways, Isaiah 7:23, and it shall come to pass in that day that every place shall be where there be 1,000 vines at 1,000 silverlings. It shall be even for briars and thorns. Like talking about these banks gonna be shut down. Ain't gonna be no more work. Ain't gonna be no more, resources. And I seen an article that one of the elders, GMS South Carolina 777, he put an article out talking about all the people who are like the farmers. They said we're in a bad position right now. They're not in a good position right now. And they're like saying a lot of the stores are going to start going empty. And it's going to be a famine. It's going to be a worldwide famine, man. But it's going to be still some people eating. It's always going to be like that. Even when the famines happened in the past, there's people still eating, even during the time of Joseph, with his brothers came all the way over there. It was like, we need food. Joseph had food. You know what I mean? So it's going to be like that. Wherever the prophets is at, there's going to be food there, man. Lord willing, we are a number, because it's going to be a barren wasteland out here. Now, and I also heard there was a flood somewhere too, but I didn't go into it too much, but it was a pretty bad flood from what I this is evacuations lifted, not on common board, but on my community board. But this is, says evacuations lifted after dozens of train cars derailed near New Mexico state line, some carrying propane. So another train derailment here in America, Babylon the Great. Another one. And just like the other day, I don't know, like I know it said in the book of Job that thou shalt laugh at the face of danger, and Oklahoma had a whole bunch of tornadoes, a whole bunch of shit got torn up. There was one right down the street from my job. I didn't even think about it. The Lord had me just like not even thinking about it. Wasn't even paying attention really. It went past all that. I was on the way home. I had somebody give me a ride home, and it was trees laying everywhere and whatnot. I was like, whatever. We know the Yahawashi coming, man. He's coming. We not afraid, okay? We not afraid of the Lord, okay? We got fear for the Lord, like we fear the Lord, but we're not afraid of him in the sense like we're not scared that he's gonna come do something to us like that. Because why? Because we're with him. He's got
Sherman. No wonder I don't feel as clean.
Hurry up.
I was gonna try to play this
It's been in there forever.
I'm
little
trying.
video.
This cheap stuff is too
Try to play this video.
thin.
I told you not to get the other
Hold
toilet
on.
paper.
You're so
Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Let me see if we can see some of this train derailment. And I just got that, and then I got one more precept and one more article, and then we gone. Where we at? Come on now. Yup. Look at that, man. Yeah, man. That propane on it. Oh, you gonna do another one? See, that's what I'm talking about. We didn't even get to watch 18 seconds of that motherfucker. You saw Edom trying to sell toilet paper and shit. Fuck it. But you know, it cut off a whole lot of business. A good wow, you know, all that stuff messes with the economy, man. You know, you got people that got to get shit places on there. You know, resources and stuff. You know, and then there's a lot of resources on them trains, man. And there was a lot of them train derailments. You know, and they might use that to spike. You know, another way of spiking chaos. Like, oh, all these train derailments. We got a shortage on food. They're gonna want you to panic. Okay, they're gonna want you to panic. You know, but we know the whole time we ain't gonna be afraid of the danger because we know Esau Edom ain't really the one doing it. It's Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. He might be using Esau Edom a lot of times to do it, but it's still Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi doing it. Every time you see some type of chaos, the Lord's behind that, man. He's authorized it. Amos chapter 3, verse 6, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid, right? Who's the trumpet? The men of the Lord. That's the mouthpiece of the Lord. We're blowing the trumpet. We're warning you that this stuff's going to go down. There shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it. See? The Lord does all that. He brings that stuff up, you know? And another thing, a lot of people out here, they using dogs and stuff to protect themselves. But hey, man, your friends are going that was enemies, enemies, you know, that you really didn't think was an enemy, man. And they could be your pets or anything, like this guy. And you know these police officers, they train their dogs up from babies. Okay, so like this dude was 53, so you know he had his dogs for a long time. It said police officer 53 found dead in Brazilian farm home where he was devoured by his own dogs for 2 weeks, with only a skeleton left when authorities arrived, man. They ate his ass, man. His dogs, you know. Well, it says he died from an illness before he was devoured by his dogs or whatever, but why would it say, you know, oh yeah, it say he was devoured by him. But like, you got to think about it, man. Like, that's how vicious these beats are going to be, because I was listening to another brother yesterday. He was going into a testimony about the draft, and he was going in the scriptures about how the Lord is going to have all the fowls of the earth, you know, come and devour. You know, they're going to come eat all the dead bodies and shit, the fowls of the earth and the beasts, and because they're going to be hungry, man. They ain't going to have no owners to feed them no more. Hey, these animals is going to turn real vicious. That's why the Lord said, I got to cut off man and beast. They can't get on chariots. So you just got to be careful out here, you know, especially dealing with, you know, with animals and stuff, because if you ain't got the Lord with you, they won't be at peace with you in that day. You know, that's what it was talking about in Job. It said the animals of earth shall be at peace with you. You'll be as the league of the stones. You know, you'll be as the stones. They'll be like, we cool, you know, kind of like that. But I want to go to Matthew chapter 10, verse 36, and then we'll get out of here. Well, let's do it 35. Oh, 34. We'll do 34. Then we'll close out. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. This is Yahawashi speaking. And it reads, think not I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. And you got the Christians talking about the second coming of the, you know, they say Jesus Christ. The second coming of Jesus Christ is he going to come and save everybody and love. They don't say that. They say he coming to destroy. But take your ass up to a church on Sunday and ask them what the Lord is doing on the earth. They're gonna be like, "Oh, he's building. He's prospering in our nation. He's making sure that we endure. We build our homes and towns, and we get checks in the mail. Like, that's how they gonna talk. They ain't gonna say, hey, World War III coming. China is finna start shooting missiles. They ain't gonna tell you that because they can't. They here to blind you and keep you, dumbed down to where you can't understand the ways of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. That's the point of them being there. 35, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And that's vice versa, with everything. You're gonna have some mothers out here, because you got some mothers out here, they've been living real comfortable here. They always had a man taking care of them, where they ain't have to struggle a lot. They got welfare or whatever, and just get taken care of all the time. Them gonna be the women who the most evil in that day, because they ain't never survived on their own. They ain't never, and it said that men, the mighty men, shall be as women that day in Egypt, over here in America, Babylon the Great. So how much more a regular woman? You're going to have some women eating their own children, man, like they did back in the ancient day. It ain't no game, man. Shit is serious, It's not something to take lightly. It's a lot of death coming, right? And it reads verse 36, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household, man. So you think you love them dogs, them dogs gonna eat your ass like anybody else. You die. And you never know. They said he died from an illness. They might have attacked his ass and ate him because he wasn't feeding them or something. You never know. That's what I got for today. Lord willing, is edifying to the flock. Shalom to elect to Israel, to the hopeful elect to Israel, at the waterfall, you big brothers, putting your precepts on the comment board too as well, man. At the water for tune in. But yeah, shalom to elect to Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praise to Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. I want to give double honor to those and apostles of great millstone, led us all to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, be part of that number. Lord willing, let's be edifying to those who fear the name of the Lord and strive to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah 3:5, it is not slack. 2 Peter 3:9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. Wa abab abal, the water for tuning in. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barakathum. Lord willing, we'll be at the exalted name of Yahawah, Yahawashi, yet another day. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.